my little dyslexia community. Norda is here and welcome a new episode of Real Talk with Norda. Today, my dear guest is an amazing boy. His name is Colt, 11 years old and lives in USA. He's an actor, chef, and advocate. His parents knew something was different around pre-K, but around 8 years old, he was diagnosed by a private psychologist with dyslexia and dysgraphia. His biggest support is having a strong family unit, mom, dad, and big brother. Also, he was supported on journey by a couple of teachers and orthogonal tutors that really cared about him and would do everything they could to make him feel special and smart. His hobbies are cooking, surfing, drawing, and creating or building things. His plans for the future: he plans to help kids understand how to live with dyslexia, educate adults, and become a special ed tutor so kids wasn't ever have feel less, and so they see how special they really are. Hello, Colt, how are you?
You nailed it. I'm just gonna say that you nailed it.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy because you're here, and
I mean, my mom even said this. Like, it feels like we already know each other, so I'm like really excited to be here. So, hi guys.
Yes, yes, I'm really happy because you're so young and you are like doing on Instagram on our community really great and big job, and that is like really inspirational for other dyslexics out there. And are you ready for Real Talk with Norda and for my questions?
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm really ready.
Great. My first question is what kind of difficulties did you had or you have in school now with your dyslexia?
So, a lot of teachers said that I wouldn't make it into college. So that was a rough start. And I just moved to dyslexic school full time, so I'm really excited.
Great.
But before that, thank you. But before that, I was in school that didn't know dyslexia was. So reading was hard, writing was difficult, and I got like two sides of the story. One was the dyslexic school, the other was like the public school for social studies and all that. And it felt really weird because the teaching was good. It's just I just didn't read. It just took a lot of time.
Yes. And what kind of accommodations did you get in school? Did you get some of accommodations? Could you say a few to us?
Speech to text was a big one.
Yes. Oh, that's a really good one.
Typing club and edit club was a big one because we kind of want to stick to the typing because writing's not really my thing. If you read my words, I used to have to write paragraphs and stuff, which I can't really do yet. So I can now. It's just I couldn't before. So I was actually crying trying to find something to help me, and I just wrote numbers instead of words. It was very hard. So
yes, I was diagnosed with dyslexia at the age of 9, and also with dyscalculia and dysgraphia. And when you're at the beginning of your journey with dyslexia, it's really hard to find what kind of accommodations do you need and which can they help you going through school. And could you tell me, did you ever struggle with emotions? Do you struggle with your self-esteem, or did you ever was anxious because of reading, stressed and so on?
Sometimes when I read, my hands kind of tighten up because when I'm reading a big paragraph, it's just my hands tighten up because I know I can do it. It's just I read and I mess up words. I don't think kids are laughing at me. If they do, I don't care. I'll just talk to them. But it's just hard because when I was younger, I wanted to be special like everyone else. I thought being normal was better than being having dyslexia, and it was very hard.
Yes, like when you're younger and when you are like, I'm different, and it's hard to be different because you won't be same as others, because you won't be part of group and everything. But yes, we need to learn how to deal with our feelings and with our dyslexia. And could you tell me, like, what keeps you motivated? Like, how do you stay motivated?
I stay motivated is even when I'm down, I think about who kids are having harder days than me with dyslexia. And that's when I kind of like go on my page and I just kind of want to talk about dyslexia, how special everyone is. It's not just, oh no, like this one parent said that her kid was depressed because he had dyslexia. So I wanted to help him, and I think he's all better now, so I'm happy. So
great. And you are doing great job on your social media account. It's like
you are too.
Thank you. And like when we always talk about dyslexia, and when you said to someone like dyslexia, people always know just negative things about dyslexia, like hard reading, hard spelling, trouble with math. But could you tell me, what do you think, why people have that negative thoughts or things about dyslexia?
Well, first of all, they don't understand it. Second of all, they hear the word dis in it, so kind of like they think of a disability.
Yes.
It's more of a gift than a disability. That's what I love to say, because it is true. It's very true. A lot of people, I was going to say suffer, but a lot of people have a gift of dyslexia. And even though it's hard, and I had this one kid make fun of me for dyslexia. He had no clue what it was. He was like, you can't be cool because you have dyslexia. I was like, that doesn't even have to do anything with it. So a lot of people have zero clue what it is. That's why I'm also on here to tell people that we're just a little different in better ways.
Yes, I totally agree with you. And could you tell me, what do you think, what we as community, as dyslexia community, need to do to change that negativity around dyslexia?
If I'm being honest, most of the world would see that and they would read it, but they wouldn't. A lot of people in the world wouldn't do anything about it. So I want to talk about the positive things. I want to bring people up and tell them that we're not different, we're special, and that's what my kind of goal is. And Richard Branson, I mean, all of those people, Bill Gates are the richest people, like some of the billionaires in the world, and they started off they dropped out of school because of dyslexia.
Yes.
What it was at first, and they got diagnosed with dyslexia.
Yes, it's true. And dyslexia didn't stop them. Dyslexia built them, and they used their dyslexic mind to create something big and new in the world. And like you said, how do you stand with your dyslexia now? Like, your attitude is positive or negative towards dyslexia?
It's very positive toward dyslexia, because it feels like dyslexia gives me a big hug sometimes, because I'm a big actor, and one of the best positives ever about it is that I could envision my character really good, and I could kind of see what he's like. With dyslexia, I just kind of think of it in my brain, so I think differently, and I just really love that thing about dyslexia.
Great. And could you tell me, like, your dyslexia strengths and your dyslexia weaknesses? Like, I love this question because we can see how dyslexics we similar and different. So what are your strengths and weaknesses?
My biggest strengths are kind of what I just told you. But if I really think about it just pops really well. Creativity is one of my strengths. Also, it makes me very challenged, and I want to be hardworking. And it makes me want to work harder and harder and harder every time with dyslexia. So I think that's one of my big strengths. My weaknesses is probably how people don't understand it, and they make fun of people because of it, which I really don't like at all. And it just takes me a little bit longer to read. And that's one of my weaknesses, seeing me not being able to read the best. But I think one of my biggest weaknesses is seeing people that have dyslexia crying about it every single day because they can't read and they can't write. I used to be one of those people, but
me too. It's really hard when you can't read something and you everything you can do is just cry because you don't know how to deal with it. And my last question for you is, could you share with us your message to our dyslexia community? What do you think, what is most important thing for you as dyslexic, and you want to share that with our community?
For everyone to get together and we all have a big meeting and share our ideas with each other to make new devices, make new things for kids so they can help them read and they can help them write. That would be cool if there's a pencil that just kind of typed words out when you wrote it, because the keyboard's cool, it's just I don't like the keys on it. I just don't like them where they're placed. So just different ideas, just putting out to the world that I think would be really cool.
Yes, and dear Colt, thank you so much for sharing your dyslexia story with me. And you are so young and so inspirational to others, and just keep going and never give up on your dreams. And I wish you lots of success in future, and really just keep going and keep inspiring others.
Thank you. I really appreciate this. So I hope you do too, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you to my little dyslexia community for watching this episode. And if you want to see other episodes, subscribe on my YouTube channel and learn something new about dyslexia every day. And till next time, bye. Don't forget to stay positive, and see you in some other episode. Bye.
Bye.